Aloha, you're listening to the Rolling Vets podcast, a podcast by veterans for veterans and civilians alike. I am Lucas Mott, your co-host, and I'm flanked by my Marine veteran peer, Chris Ellis. We would like to extend an invitation to you, the listener, to journey inside of our realm to discover what it means to be a rolling vet. So, man, here we are.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I saw you. Did you took a rip of something? What were you?
Hash. Do you know what hash is? You ever smoke
Like
hash?
hashish?
Hashish.
Yeah, I've never like smoked it, or I've never like tried to like convert like my flower into it either. Like I've never done the process, but I hear it's like amazing.
Oh yeah. So hash, how you make it is you take your like trimmings, or you can take bud too. And you can throw it into a 5-gallon bucket of water, half full, and you fill it full of like half full of ice, and then you blend it up for like a half hour. All right. And after that, you strain it and you have 5 different bags. And the first 2 bags are throwaway bags. And then the last 3 bags collect trichomes. So trichomes is what like makes weed, like it makes you like get the feeling, so that catches that. So pretty much when you're smoking hash, you're smoking just a pure trichomes, and hash looks like just like this, a little like tiny little brick.
Yeah, isn't it like black? Doesn't it like turn black or something? Or no? Or is it still like a dark green color?
Yeah, it's like a dark green color. So my dad started smoking hash back in the day, and he's the one who got me on it because he loves it. And he just grew up smoking and stuff. And then when he went to the Navy, couldn't smoke for a while, and then we got out, got back into it and stuff like that. But I want to start off with some announcements real quick.
Okay. Besides hashish?
besides the hashish. All right. First one, I want to say I am having a baby boy.
Let's go. I'm gonna fucking do the hype track, the clap track and shit. Yeah. Like, let's go.
Yeah. We got a name picked out already that we think we're gonna stay with is Weston.
Weston? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that name.
I dig that name.
Yeah.
I like that name a lot.
Options, Weston, and I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you have like a middle name picked out also, or?
Yep, Michael after my dad's first name. So Weston Michael Ellis. I'm excited. I'm blessed, and I'm excited. And he's due September 1st.
September 1st, right on. I'm not sure what zodiac sign that makes him.
No,
not Scorpio. Scorpio's at October, I think.
Virgo is something, maybe. I don't know that stuff, man.
No clue, man.
Somebody can put it down in the comments. What is my baby gonna be?
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking awesome, dude. I mean, I'm so happy for you. So, like, how does that make you feel? Like, it's only been, I think we're coming up on 2 years of being out. Like that's
March
that's
will
it.
Be 2 years. Next month.
It. Like it's only been 2 years. It does feel like it was like yesterday.
It does. I was actually just thinking about that today, like because how time's flying and stuff, and it's just been out. I was talking with some old buddies today, and yeah, man, like it happened so fast. Got out, bought a house, got a job, starting a family, and it felt like just yesterday I was standing in formation, getting told what to do and stuff like that, or going around field ops and crap. And it's crazy, like now, like I am starting my life and developing, and when I found out I was gonna be a dad, it just changed my mindset completely. Like, God, I was so stupid with our money back in the day, bro.
Yeah, I think about that a lot too. I think about that when I think about like my alcoholism. I think about like, damn, like I spent so much because I wasn't like buying things like material things.
Yeah,
it was all just fucking alcohol constantly, and I'm like, damn, how much fucking money I'd spent in alcohol. Like, it isn't absolutely insane. And yeah, you and I were right there with each other doing the same shit. So
just going out partying every weekend, dude, just blowing thousands of dollars a month on stupid stuff, dude.
Easy. Yeah. And you were buying all the cars and shit. So
I had 4 cars at one point.
You have a truck now, right?
I just got rid of it, actually. I just bought a Chrysler 300.
Okay. Yeah. That's a pretty decent baby car.
Yeah, I mean, I like the truck, but I mean, I had no really use for it, and I was getting like, I spent over $400 a month on gas.
Dude. That's why I got rid of my Jeep, bro.
Yeah. So I was sick of that. So I got the 300s all-wheel drive. You know, I get like 30 miles a gallon, so that's awesome. It's a 2019, so it's new and everything too. I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. I love it.
Yeah, I traded in my Jeep, my 2013 Jeep Wrangler, for a 2021 Toyota Corolla, dude.
Yeah, I bet you get mad gas.
Dude, yeah, at least it's a sport edition too, so it's not like totally whitewashed, but like it's not 100% like grown up car, which
Yeah.
is nice, and it's got a sunroof, which is nice because I'm a big car smoker, dude. I'm a big car smoker. I'm so guilty of it, and like, and it's too fucking cold outside to be rolling down windows and shit. So like a sunroof is like so clutch, you know, and because like this is my one car where I bought it basically relatively new. Like I definitely want to invest a lot of like time into it, in a sense of like taking care of it. I feel like I've been pretty careless. I mean, you know my driving record. I've been pretty careless with almost every single vehicle that I've owned, and this one I definitely want to like right that wrong for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I when I was in Hawaii, I had a 2013 SRT8 Challenger that I raced with, and I had a Chrysler 200, and then back home I had a 2019 Scat Pack Charger, dude. Blowing so much money, so much money.
Dude, that's one thing I can't imagine. I can't imagine, bro.
So now I'm trying to move off of. That's one thing that, you know, becoming a dad too, it made me start you know, reevaluate my life. And I'm trying to stop being so like materialistic with everything, you know.
Yeah.
Because like the amount of money that we blow on stupid stuff, like look at these signed helmets, like just stupid stuff, bro. Stupid money, you know. And I'm trying to look forward to now investing in stuff. I actually just bought a book. It's called The Burr. It's about buying, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. So I'm trying to get into real estate now. I'm gonna be renting out this house pretty soon because I'm gonna be moving in with my girlfriend now because she owns her own house. So
right on.
You know, yeah, and
that's back in Ohio, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you so? How's that gonna work with your job?
I got a new job.
You got a new job. So what are you doing now? That's another announcement. We're just fucking
sir.
rolling them all out tonight.
And
Let's go.
And I just actually accepted the job offer about 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. Right on.
Yeah. So it's an IT company. Still, I'm not going to say the name of it. I don't want anybody
to like track you down. Yeah. Look, your new employee smoking weed on the internet. Like,
they seem like a great group of guys and stuff like that. And I'm excited. And yeah, man, starting my life now. It's weird, dude. It's weird.
Yeah. It is very weird. So you said September 1st.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. That's not that far away, bro.
I know, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, dude. And it's really awesome, dude, to hear like your buddies on like the up and up. It's all
for sure.
That's like dude. One of my like one of my best like sources of like dopamine, I guess, is like checking in on my buddies and like hearing that they're doing like very well. Like,
and one thing I've this has to do with that a little bit. I've heard, and it's crazy to think about, is be careful who you share good news with.
Yeah,
you know how your buddies react to your good news. That determines, you know, like how you know, if they're really on your side, they really want you to do good and stuff. And it's good to, as you get older, you see that, you know, there's some friends that are just there, and there's some friends that are your guys will do anything for your heartbeat, be there for your heartbeat, you know.
Yeah. There's definitely 100% those. With my veteran friends, like the ones that wouldn't do shit for me, I think there's a very small percentage, luckily. I think I surrounded myself with a lot of good dudes.
That I disconnected from a few close friends I had when I was in the Marine Corps, actually. And it wasn't by choice. It's just I hit them up and they just stopped responding, and it's like, all right, man, like that's how it's gonna be. Then there's other friends like me and Mitch. Me and Mitch weren't that really close when we were in.
Yeah.
Got out and he moved from Vegas to Michigan, you know.
Yeah.
Drove down there and drove 43 hours back one way, not nonstop, dude. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, and I'm the same way with me too. Like it's the same thing with some of these guys that like I try not to take it personally though. Because I think about like, because I think I feel like I've ghosted maybe a couple people too. like not like on purpose,
Yeah.
but just because like, I'm going through my own shit in my
Oh, for
life.
sure. Oh, for sure.
And and one, I don't want to have to like pretend that I'm not, like, I don't want to have to like lie to you. Two, I don't want you to get concerned. And then three is like, I don't have time to like deal with this right now. It's like all those like feelings like
Yeah.
into one for like why I don't like, I was like pretty bad at like responding to texts or calls or and shit like that. And it wasn't until like, I got like basically my shit together in a sense and really started to find things that were like helping with like adjusting and stuff like that. And that's when I was like, hey, I'm more proactive about it. Like I will respond. Like I will actually be the one to like
Yeah.
reach out also, like, because I know some of these guys, like, they're just not guys that will reach out. They're
Mhm.
just
Oh, yeah, there's definitely
that's
those
just
type of
them,
guys.
like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
it's not that they don't want to talk to you. It's not like they don't want to be like talked to, like, or reached out to, like, they're just not that kind of guy to like initiate that. And that goes for females too, like the female Marines as well. Like it goes both ways.
Were you close to any female Marines when you were in?
I wouldn't say like super close,
Yeah.
but I definitely have some like solid bonds with some female Marines. To be honest with you, they scared the shit out of me. Like I'm not gonna lie, like the propaganda that they fucking instill in your head was like, hey, like don't fuck around with like female Marines, like don't fuck
Oh,
around with
yeah.
them. And I'm
Well, we
like,
also were an
I
infantry
just
battalion, so we never even were around them
saw
in
them,
general at
yeah,
all. Yeah.
but like even just like that in general, I was like, nah, man, and they would tell you that because they were like, hey, if anything could happen, like anything wrong could happen, like they could blame you and your life is like fucking done, dude. Like it
Dude.
doesn't matter if you didn't do it. It doesn't matter if you did do it. Like you're fucking like getting punished for it, like almost 100% of the time. And you have no say. There's you can't, your side of the story doesn't fucking matter. And then that to me scared the shit out of me, dude. And I was like, that's why I kind of avoided like going anywhere romantic with any female, like in any branch. I didn't do it with any branch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember this boot camp story. So I remember when we first, we're in Paris Island, they're like, don't you look at the female recruits, don't you do anything, don't you talk to them, like you will go back to like week one.
Dude, that's why I loved Paris Island so much, was because they had like the female battalions there.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of was like, yeah, that's why. Like we're the best because better than the West Coast because we have like both battalions here. Like
And
that's super dope. But now
their training was fucking just as fucking hard as ours. They
dude,
get
they're
fucking yelled at just as much as
dude, they're drone
dude, the
instructors,
female
dude.
DIs, dude. Oh, you do not, dude. I hated being around them, dude. They would rip my ass apart for no reason, dude.
Dude, they were scarier than some of the dudes. They were scarier than some of the guys, bro.
For sure.
God, because you're so like you're just fucking surrounded by guys the entire time. So all you're saying is sir, right?
Yeah.
And so you've just been saying sir literally like a billion times a day. And then you have a female DI comes up to you and yelling at you or telling you to do something or to respond, and you're like, sir just comes out. It just comes out because you've been saying it. You've been saying it all day, and then they just feed on that. They feed on that, and they just fucking just life you.
I don't think people understand like how much we said like I sir a day. There's people, I'm sure you had it, who would be at night, you'd be sleeping, people would be screaming I sir in their sleep.
Yeah,
like that shit would like fucking freak me out in the middle of the night. Like she was guy next to me, like one rack away, screaming I sir, and everybody's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude, that happened. Dude, that happened in my guide in boot camp actually. Fucking one night, dude, like stood up and was like online, bro, like screaming like I sir in his fucking sleep. He was sleepwalking, and that was fucking happening, bro.
We all had fucking Stockholm syndrome when we were in the fucking Marine Corps.
100%.
Boot camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. But back to that fucking story about the female Marines.
Mm-hmm.
I went to dental and I was sitting down waiting for like my turn to go, and two female Marines sit down in front of us, and we're like in a room where like nobody can see us.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's like me and another, because you have a buddy, and then her and her fucking person in front of us. And they turn around and they start talking to us. And me and my buddy were like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, they just got there. Like they're still in like the sneakers and shit, and I'm like fucking 2.5 months into this, like not 2.5, probably 2 months in.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, don't fucking talk.
Salt dog. Let's fucking go.
Well, at that point, I'm institutionalized, and they're like just getting there.
Yeah.
So I'm like fucking just sitting up straight, like fucking not even breathing. And this girl pulls out like her fucking out of her like breast pocket and pulls out a picture of her. I was like, this is what I used to look like. And like, dude, I haven't said a word to these fucking chicks yet. Me and him are sitting there fucking just like straight face, like looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? And the dude next to me was like, you need to turn around before we get yelled at.
Dude. Yeah, they're fucking wilding out. I want to have a female Marine on here. Oh, I want to so badly. I would love to have one.
I know a few that might be interesting going on. That went to like MCT with and shit.
Yeah, me too. Because that was kind of like the last time we were around them was like MCT.
Yeah.
Oh, and in comm school, there's like a lot of females there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are fucking. At least the ones I know are doing pretty fucking well right now.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty dope. A lot of them are fucking that I know are, like fucking having kids, like, working a dope job, fucking. Happy. They're happy.
Yeah.
Which is super dope. Like I said, I was like, that's another thing. I was like, I get super stoked about like my buddies that are like thrive, not survive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So a little off subject for a second. I see you wearing a Buck shirt. How you feel about Tommy Boy being gone now?
Ah, man, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
You gonna have Kyle Trask start next year or what?
No, hell no. You can't just throw this. He's like
he's got a year in him now.
He's like a 16. He's like a 16-year-old kid. Like, and you're gonna throw him the keys to a Ferrari. The dude can't do it yet. No. But he. I
like Trask. I wanted the Steelers to draft him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a good backup. I think he's gonna be. I think he needs 1 or 2 more years, probably, and then I'll be comfortable with having him out there. But, I think we go after a veteran. I think we go after fucking. Charges pending for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Which I don't approve of because I'm a man of integrity, and I think there's like an ethical code that organizations need to follow, and whether this shit's true or not, like it's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad
dude.
Publicity.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you want to have that person on your organization? Especially since in like recent memory, we've had Jameis Winston, who's had multiple, accusations of the same nature. So like, that's a very tough look for the Bucks. So I think we go after Russ. I think we go after Deshaun, and there's somebody else.
Kirk Cousins?
Oh, maybe Kyler Murray.
Murray?
Yeah.
I heard he's staying with Arizona.
I think he's going to stay, but I could see us at least like reaching out to him, or like at least being interested in bringing in Kyler Murray, taking over his rookie contract, and then paying him big later down the road. I think that would be awesome, but I don't know, dude.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, you guys are not. You guys, the thing is with the Steelers, which is very interesting, is that you guys live and die by the quarterback. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who is behind center. Like, you guys live and die by that position. Like, you will never make any, the Rooneys will never make any like big moves for like free agent quarterbacks. You guys always like the draft. Always like the draft.
Tomlin said this year that he wants to get a veteran quarterback, but they've been watching Malik Willis a lot. I could see us. This is my scenarios. I think I like Kirk Cousins, honestly. Kirk Cousins, if you look at his stat sheet, he doesn't fuck up. I mean, he fucks up. He's not prime time, but
that's what you need, though, man.
I know. That's what you need.
You need a prime time quarterback.
You never know. You never. Maybe just bring him over to a different fucking team, and he thrives. Look at Matthew Stafford.
Think about how many fucking teams he's already been on, bro.
I know. But I mean, we're also looking at like Russell Wilson too, and Aaron Rodgers is in our talk. Which
I think that's more plausible. I think
if we get Aaron Rodgers, dude,
I don't think you will. I think he stays.
I don't think he will either.
I think he stays in Green Bay.
I think he goes to Denver.
No, I think he stays in Green Bay, and he stays in Green Bay, or he goes to Pittsburgh. I can't see him going to Denver, dude. I'm not a big fan of that. Because think about it, it's the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, and what's the
Oh
last? And
yeah,
Raiders in that division. So you're facing
that's a stacked
Derek
division.
Carr, Patrick Mahomes,
Derek
and
Carr's another one too. That's a rumor for us if he
yeah.
doesn't
So
resign
you have Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Herbert, and you got to face them all
twice.
twice a year. Fuck no, Aaron Rodgers ain't doing that shit.
God,
Not with the
man.
Bronco. No, yeah, no.
Bring him to the Steelers, man.
Yeah, that's why
Also,
the
I want to give a
Steelers
shout out Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. Yeah, dude. Cooper Cup getting or fucking Aaron Rodgers getting MVP again. I was a little shocked.
Oh, I seen it. Look up the
I
top.
honestly thought, not just because I'm a Bucks fan, I honestly
Yeah.
thought like
Oh,
Brady had it. Like
I thought it was either gonna be Brady or Rodgers. I thought it was gonna be Rodgers also. The reason why I think he got it is because if you look at his stat sheet, bro, look at the top 8 touchdown to interception ratios in the NFL.
Yeah.
He holds all of them.
Yeah.
He's like the top 8, dude. The dude's like amazing.
And Brady had like I think double-digit picks this year. I don't know, but hey, fucking new year, dude. XFL. Oh, this is another thing I want to talk to you about. XFL fucking partnering with the NFL. Do you see that? Yeah.
I think that's gonna make that sport grow a lot more now.
Yeah, but they don't want to use it like a development league. They don't want to use it as like a minor league, to major league kind of thing.
They want to play.
So they want to use the NFL is going to be using the XFL as like testing grounds for like new rules, new equipment, all that shit. They don't want it to be seen as like they're going to be like, like the minor leagues, like a developmental team.
Okay. So there's like just testing them pretty much.
Yeah. Which is why I thought when I saw like during the Super Bowl and I saw like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson out there like announcing, I was like, why this dude literally just fucking bought the XFL? Like, what is he doing at the Super Bowl for the NFL? Like, they're competing leagues. They literally compete with each other. So, like, what are you doing, man? And then shit, 2 weeks later, this news comes out. Fucking wild.
A lot more celebrities are getting involved with football now. Like football, it wasn't like it was like 6 years ago. Honestly,
it's a guaranteed paycheck. If you own a team, you never lose money.
Oh yeah,
you never lose money if you own a team. Like even if you're just like a shareholder, like you're never losing money. Like that's it literally turned Jerry Jones into a billionaire. Like Jerry Jones was a multimillionaire.
Oh yeah.
And then he bought the Cowboys, not even $4 billion. It was just tens. I think that it was like 100 something. I think it's like $117 million. Fact check me on that. And
for what?
He bought the Cowboys. Yeah, that's how much you fucking bought the Cowboys for. And now they're worth like fucking like $3 billion.
They're worth more than that. I think it's like 5 billion, 5 or 6.
Crazy.
They're the most. It's the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Steelers, and the most like worth franchise.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. Oh shit, dude. Here's something I really wanted to talk to you about. The Rooney Rule, bro. This whole shit with Brian Flores going on, like with him suing the NFL because he doesn't feel like black coaches are getting hired. Dude, I really wanted to ask your opinion.
All right. So this is my complete opinion on this. All right. And also, our head coach for the Steelers is Mike Tomlin, and I think he is one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. Yeah. It's like so. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't hire somebody off of what skin color they are. It should be their resume and whoever's best qualified. Yeah. Like you cannot put stipulations on like who you have to hire. Because like, all right, how many white cornerbacks are there in the NFL? 1. Yeah, that's racist. Like that's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But why? Like if a black player outplays a white player, then he's gonna start. Like that's just simple. Yeah. That's how it goes. Fucking get better at fucking coaching. Get better at blah. If your resume shows that you are way qualified more than this candidate and goes way over the top or something like that.
But that's where the problem lies though. The problem lies is that there are these overqualified or as qualified black coaches of interviewing for the same jobs with underqualified white coaches and they're getting the jobs. The white coaches are getting the jobs.
I don't know the resumes that much like like each coach getting hired and stuff. I don't know a lot of these new coaches, but I mean, if it's like a a huge, like, if you're taking an assistant linebackers coach and hiring him as a head coach with no resume and hasn't been in coaching that long over a black coach has been, in the NFL for, 30 years and has all these, has a good win-loss record and has, strategized great defensives. And then you're taking him over this coach. All right, that's a little messed up. But if it's flip-flopped and like this coach has been coaching for 30 years or 20 years, whatever, and he had a shitty win-loss record, and his defenses are shown to give up, lots of yards and stuff like that. And then you take somebody else who hasn't been in the coaching game too long, like, so the resumes have to, for me to like think that would be a race thing, would have to be like dramatically off every time.
I mean, yeah.
And if they are, then it needs to be looked at. Then
yeah, some of them are, dude. Some of them are crazy.
We need to have this conversation fucking next week again when I look into it. But I mean, I agree with you. Then that if it's drastically off, then yeah, there should be something done about it. 100%.
It's so fucking crazy, dude. And it's like in the midst of all of this is what I take from it. In the midst of like all the, the fucking news stories and shit and all like the social pressure and all the attention that it now had, like you would think that these organizations would like try to prove everyone wrong by hiring a black coach, because there was like 6 teams that needed a head coach.
Yeah.
You would think, right, that at least one of the organizations would have been like, damn, if we don't hire a black coach, like we're pretty much fucked. Like people are gonna think we're racist.
Yeah.
Like they're just gonna be
you think
right.
They would then? You think they would?
Or like not only that, but like that's their thought process, but also like the thought process of like, wow, maybe this person might actually be fucking qualified for this job. It might actually be a legitimate candidate.
Well, now we have Brian Flores working. We hired him as Steelers now. He's our assistant linebacker coach.
Really?
Our linebacker coach, assistant defensive coordinator. Yep. We hired Brian Flores. Yep.
Let's go. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin's a G, dude. Oh, I love Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
People are trying to call home to get fired and stuff, dude. Like, it's ridiculous.
I don't know about that, but I think his job security definitely doesn't need to be as secure.
I mean,
I feel like he just gets like whenever shit hits the fan for a season, he's so quick just to fucking fire coordinators and then replace them, which is why a lot of them never get like head coaching jobs.
Well, honestly, probably the last good offensive coordinator we had was Andy Reid. Not Andy Reid,
Bruce Arians.
God,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians when it was Ben, Brown,
Brown's rookie season.
Yeah. We had Bruce Arians. Like, God, we were killing it, dude. Our offense was the same. I think we won a Super Bowl with him as the offense coordinator.
You did, yeah. You guys had the famous reverse pass against the Seahawks.
Oh, Seahawks. Okay, yep. Yeah. So yeah, Bruce Arians.
Randall L to what the fuck was that? What was the Hines Ward? Yeah, for a touchdown. That shit was
Ben threw a block that made that play happen, dude. If you watched over again, the defensive tackle comes off, and if Bennett makes that block, he gets blindsided, probably fumbles it.
Have you read Bruce Arians' book, The Quarterback Whisperer?
I haven't.
Dude, that's a good read.
Good?
Yeah, it's a good read. Yeah. He coached Peyton Manning. He coached Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, Carson Palmer, and then this was before he coached Tom Brady, but he coached all those quarterbacks.
Wow. Does he talk about like each of the quarterbacks in there and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta read that then. If he talks about Ben, I gotta read it.
Yeah, he talks about Ben and like how. So actually, him and Ben Roethlisberger, his offensive playbook right now, they both made it together.
Really?
Yeah. Like it was
awesome.
It was Bruce Arians got together with Ben in the offseason, was like, hey, I got this crazy idea, but I like kind of want you to do this with me. And Ben was like, what is it? He's like, I want to create a new offense and I want you, like, us to do it together. And they did. So like the offense that Bruce Arians runs now was created by both of them. But unfortunately, he called Tomlin Tomlin called him saying that he was going to try to get him a raise. and then didn't hear back from him. And then a couple of days later, Tomlin calls him back and tells him that he's fired. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I mean, there's some funny, like, there's some good Tomlin stories, and then there's like other Tomlin stories where it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like torn on that dude.
I love him, man. I mean, I like him because we got him from the Vikings. He's a different defensive coordinator from the Vikings.
Yeah.
They picked him up, and I like defensive coordinators when they become head coaches.
Yeah.
I prefer a defensive coordinator to head coach, you know. And that's just the Steelers' way in the first place. But yeah, I mean, I think we have always had a pretty solid team. We've always been short of the Super Bowl and stuff a few years. I mean, if you look, I mean, being a diehard Steelers fan, looking back at it, like there's so many like one plays that could have changed. We could have had another ring, you know, like Jesse James, if anybody knows this, caught that ball in the end zone and dove in the end zone facing the Patriots and should have won that divisional game. And we would have went to the Super Bowl that year. That's the year that the Tom Brady went and faced the Giants in Super Bowl. Yeah. And remember that one catch that they reviewed?
David Tyree? Is that the helmet catch?
No, I'm talking about the one where he catches the ball. No, Zach Ertz catches the ball. No, it was the Eagles. Never mind. No, yeah, it was the Eagles. Never mind. It wasn't facing the Giants that year. It was the Eagles. So Zach Ertz caught the ball to like 2 or 3 steps and then like jumped in the end zone and fumbled the ball in the end zone. And they said it was a touchdown, but it was the same thing as the Jesse James standard. Yeah, it's if anybody knows it, you know what I'm talking about. But
yeah, we'll see, dude. It's a big question mark for the both of us really moving forward with this. It's a big mega fucking question mark, and I'm not sure, dude. I just hope we don't do anything stupid, man.
Yeah.
Like you guys were lucky. You've had Big Ben for like a long fucking time, dude. Like the Bucks, bro. There was like a string of just like really bad head coaches and even worse quarterbacks. And every time we got a new guy, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, out of everyone in the fucking league, like, that's the guy you pick up. Like, that's the guy you fucking pick. Like, that's the dude who started. Mike Glennon used to fucking be a starting quarterback for us, bro. Josh Freeman. Fucking.
That's all about, honestly, a big part of the organization is the front office, dude. If you have a bad front office, like, you can destroy a franchise.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking. I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad they're fucking. We got lucky with Tom Brady, you know. He gave us the push that we needed. We were there with Jameis, but Jameis just couldn't beat. He just couldn't beat himself.
Threw too many interceptions.
Yeah, he couldn't beat himself, and so he held us back. So I'm glad we parted ways, because I literally told myself, like, that one day I totaled my my Honda Pilot. Remember that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was driving from B-Dubs, I was leaving B-Dubs from the last game of the season for us. We played the Falcons, and that's when Jameis threw a pick six in overtime just to fucking end the game, end the game and end the season. I literally walked out of there, and I was like, that was like he was at the end of his rookie deal, so that he had already been 5 years. It had already been 5 years with us. He was due for like an extension, but like, nobody picked it up. They were basically waiting on this year. And I told myself, I was like, if he fucking comes back, if we re-sign this motherfucker, I will never watch another Buccaneers game ever again, dude. I really won't. Not until we get another quarterback. I was like, I will never watch another fucking Bucs game with Jameis Winston as my quarterback. Never. I will never do it. I vowed it to myself.
Dude, I feel bad. Like, looking back at it now, like how like lucky I've been, because all I've known instead of a Steelers fan has been, I grew up in Oxford, Ohio. Ben went to college at, was Miami Redhawk. When he got drafted to the Steelers, I became a Steelers fan, 2004, and ever since then. So like, that's all I know. So this will be the first year I've ever watched like anybody quarterback for the Steelers. It's not fucking Ben, and it hurts.
It does. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I knew Tom Brady wasn't going to be there forever. So I thought
he was gonna play to 45.
I didn't get too emotionally attached.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta bowl out of it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not greedy, dude. Like, I think with like you said, like 1 or 2 plays like this past season, I was like, oh, we're in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
100%. Like 100% we're in the Super Bowl, and I think we win again. Like
Yeah.
I think we would have repeated. And then then that's when I thought Tom Brady was going to leave. I was like, okay, 2 back to back, bro. I was like, oh my, I was like, just retire, just leave, man, because
That's
that would have been
crazy.
number 8, I think, right?
Yeah, number 8 for him.
Yeah,
His
so I was
11th
like,
Super
that's an
Bowl.
even number. Like that's pretty 8. You won 8 out of the 11 you went to, so like that's fucking super dope. Yeah, I thought he was gonna leave then, and then with the way this season ended, I don't know, dude. I felt like I was like, this might have been it. I was like, this.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like there was something really missing about this season that like wasn't like that was there last season. Like I felt like last season, I was like, there's something about this team, you know. There's
Yeah.
something about this like drive that they have. This season, I was like kind of a little concerned in the first early games because like they played like a little bit like they had the Super Bowl hangover. And then I was like, okay, maybe they'll snap out of it. Nah, dude, they just never really snapped out of it. And I could kind of see like Tom Brady wasn't like as fired up with his teammates as he has always been. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the little like the body language and stuff.
He
Everything
also got a
just
lot more mad this year too. Like he
yeah, that's
was
what I'm
like just
saying.
getting
And
pissed.
and I think it kind of got to the point where like I think if we didn't make the playoffs, he would have just retired right away. I think it would have been said and done. I think he would have just left. But I think because we made the playoffs and won a game in the playoffs, and he got so close, and he realized how much like that took out of him to go that far again. And he was just like, nah, I don't think I can do that. He's like, I don't think he wanted to do it again and like not make it again, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he knew how much it took for him to get to at least that point, and then they didn't make it, and they were literally like a game or 2 away. Like, and then he's like, man, what if I fucking go through all this shit next year? You know, I take all this time away from my family. I, push my body to its absolute limits to the point where it's like, I don't even make it again. Like, what am I
Yeah.
doing?
Dude's definitely the greatest of all time. Definitely.
Oh yeah, without
Like,
question.
no doubt, no
Without
doubt.
question.
But
His
one thing I want to ask you about now
yeah.
is how do you feel about all this censorship and like the convoy and the Canadian official today? I watched the interview she was on, and she said, if you want your bank account to be unfroze, you need to stop supporting the protesters. She said that live in a conference, and they have frozen everybody's bank account who has like donated money
So
to
what's
these supporters.
who are these protesters? Who are these supporters? What's going on?
So it's Ottawa, and I think it's Ottawa in Canada. The truckers like gridlocked. They like parked all their trucks downtown, so they couldn't even like get anything out. And they actually blocked the Ambassador Bridge over here in Detroit too for they blocked it for like 6 or 7 days. But
So is it like a trucker strike?
Yeah, they're doing it for the mandates. They want the government to stop the mandates because they have to be vaccinated now to drive back and forth from Canada to America, and the truckers can't come into America or come back into Canada if they're not vaccinated.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, but there's also a following that's protesting as well. Like, are they doing marches or stuff, or is it just like an online kind of thing?
No, they're like they have supporters like taking off and dropping down goods. Like they banned like jerry cans, like gas cans. Yeah. They banned gas cans in the city of Ottawa because people were bringing gas to the truckers. So the whole entire like city of Ottawa started like walking around downtown with like gas cans. Like there's videos of just like hundreds
of these truckers.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people, and like the GoFundMe that people were donating money to was in support of the truckers,
Yeah.
And anybody who I guess from what I read was anybody who supported the truckers that their bank accounts froze, and that official was coming on TV and was saying that if you want your bank accounts to be unfroze, you need to stop supporting the protesters.
That's fucked up.
And that's crazy because that's in Canada, and that's right above us.
Dude,
It's right there,
Canada
dude.
is like socialist as fuck, bro.
Dude, it is. It is. But look
Yeah,
at how
I'm
look at
not
how
surprised. I'm not
yeah.
surprised.
But
People
even
shouldn't be surprised.
look how the censorship that just in America has happened in the past couple of years. Now you can't even have an opinion online without getting facts checked every time. And
Yeah.
it's
Well,
who's the fact checker, you know?
yeah, not only that, but it's the uh I think we talked about this a little bit before also is the fact that there's algorithms in place on these social media websites to show you content that you have a reaction to.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the most part, it's like it's not even like people actually being mean to other people. There's a lot of
Oh
that
yeah.
too. There's a lot of that too. It's actually like these social media platforms that are literally trying to persuade you like or sway you a certain side of the aisle, and
So
majority of the times
well,
it's usually the liberal side of the aisle.
why do you think that is? Why do you think that these social media companies are going out of their way to make you try to be more left leaning?
I think because when I it's kind of weird. So I don't the tech companies have never really had a great standing with Republicans. Like there's just never
Yeah,
been
yeah,
like a really, which is strange because like the tech industry was something probably one of the most profitable industries in like the world, you know,
yeah.
like something that literally just blew up. I mean, it didn't really like blow up over time, like overnight, but like it almost felt like it did with how like successful and it became and how advanced it became in such a short period of time. So you think that Republicans would have been all about that big business stuff. But then again, these people from Silicon Valley, and you think about Silicon Valley, you think about California,
Yeah,
you think about
yeah,
liberals. So yeah, especially going to schools like Stanford and stuff like that, which a lot of these universities that push like liberal, I wouldn't say like propaganda, but like liberal like points. Like they don't really the professors are they're biased. But that being said, like that's why these tech companies are gonna, sway you a certain way, and then for the most part, it's the liberal. And I think there's if you look into a man called Dr. Robert Epstein, was actually on the Joe Rogan's podcast.
I've listened to that episode actually.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking crazy, bro. Like it's so crazy how like they can literally fucking sway elections. They can literally Google has the power to sway elections.
Isn't that not
Twitter
crazy?
Twitter has Facebook, so Meta or whatever the fuck they're called. They have the power to literally sway hundreds of
Of thousands.
thousands of votes
Yep.
just by sending you a notification reminding you to go vote. Like just by doing something as simple as that. But of course, they're giving you little nudges along the way. So if you're
Mhm.
unsure of something,
Of who to vote for.
of who to
Yeah.
vote for, they rearrange your suggestion box so that when you text like Hillary Clinton, for example, it was like Hillary Clinton is beautiful. Hillary Clinton is, a great leader and all these like suggestions. Whereas in this same person, in the same room, is gonna be, or she's gonna type in Trump's name, and Trump's name is gonna be like fucking
Bigot,
bigot,
racist.
racist, like
Yeah.
all this shit, and just because of the zip code that she's in, that this hypothetical female is like fucking googling these things, and it's fucking crazy. It's
That is
absolutely,
crazy.
and the scary thing about all of it is that people don't fucking know, and they don't really fucking care, and that there's not enough people that care about this about these kinds of things, and they're not really worried because they don't see it as out of sight, out of mind. Like all these AIs and fucking platforms are just collecting all this fucking data on you, like constantly, and you just don't know about it, and it's just fucking happening. And then that's it, there, and then like that's why people don't care. And the scary thing about it is like there's not really a whole lot of push for like regulations on these companies at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the scary thing. There's no government outcry to be like, hey, maybe like we should stop these companies collecting all these informations on their customers, because at that point that just makes me, and I'm gonna throw my fucking tinfoil hat on there, is like, hey, maybe these companies and the fucking government, secretly fucking trade information themselves.
See, I feel like that media outlets and social media companies have like drastically pushed this country into a negative direction where now it's just doing, like you said, it's trying to make me see things that are going to upset me constantly.
Yeah.
And it's going to try to make, a liberal person see things that make them hate Republicans, and just trying to just put us against each other.
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of like, people need to be held accountable for this stuff, like it's crazy. It's detrimental to society,
Yeah.
like we are living in the most privileged time to be alive. We have the ability to pick up our phone right here, and I can hop on YouTube and I can look up how to do anything. I look up how to play guitar, I look up how to weld, how to do all this stuff. 30 years ago, you couldn't do that. You had to go to a class and pay thousands of dollars to learn stuff. We live in a society where we can do the most, we can learn the most, we can be whatever we want to be. And all we're spending our time on is fucking arguing.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. I'm so much fucking happier after I got rid of those platforms, though. I have Facebook, but like super stoked about not having the other ones. And I've been happier, dude. I've just been like overall happier person, man.
So what, you deleted like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, what else?
I think that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much the big ones.
Did you limit yourself to like Facebook during the day?
Yeah. I try not to go on it, really. I'll wake up and I'll check it when I first wake up. And like basically the first page I go to are actually the news article pages. Like I don't really like check my notifications right away.
Yeah.
I just go straight to like my news articles and just kind of like see what's good, like see what kind of came up like overnight and stuff. And then I'll just, check my notifications real quick and then turn it off, because I'm like OCD with notifications. Like I can't have them. Like I just can't see them on my phone. And so yeah, and then I don't really go on it at all during the day. I try to really like limit myself, because like every week, I get that screen time thing, like notification where like it tells you like how much you've been on your fucking
Screen
phone.
Time,
yeah. And dude, like when I first started, like when I first got like my first one, it was like 4 hours, and I was like, holy shit! I was like 4 hours of my day wasted, like on my fucking phone. I'm like, no way. I was like, that's insane. And then that's when I was like, what can I do with those fucking 4 hours? I was like, let me, I started reading, dude. I started fucking like working out, like playing video games, like just doing other things that make me happy besides like being on my phone. And so yeah, every week I just kind of like to challenge myself to like get it as low as possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to get it to like fucking like an hour and a half, like an hour and a half a day, maybe. That's like my like average, my goal average.
Yeah.
Do you like discipline yourself with like your apps and stuff?
So that's one thing where I just started like doing that. Because I've noticed that like my temper isn't the greatest. Never has. I mean,
it's even worse online,
Yeah, my temper's never been great, and like you said, I know, and I know that I'm seeing shit that's like just pissing me off and stuff, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of, because your brain gets endorphins from that. You get endorphins from hopping on Facebook and looking at stuff, or watching TikTok and doing video stuff. That's what it is. So your body's gonna keep craving that.
Yeah.
And you want to keep doing it more and more and more until it increases. And I'm trying to move more to self-improvement stuff. So that's why I'm buying, like I bought that book and reading that book, and I want to start occupying my time not on social media, on Instagram and on Twitter and stuff like that. I think the reason I still even have those right now is an excuse. It's just I want to like see my friends' stuff, and I want to see stuff. That's a fucking excuse. I don't need that. I don't need to see that.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. And
can't do it.
I'll be honest right now, I can't just delete them all right now. props to you, bro. Like I want to. You know what? I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna delete one. Right? I'm gonna delete fucking Instagram.
I had to do it impulsively, bro. I just
All
had to
right.
just fucking go for it, man.
I'm doing it right now. I'm just gonna fucking delete them. I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep. All right. I'm gonna keep Facebook.
Yeah, I keep Facebook just because it's like we have our Facebook page together, and then like it's that's like the best form of me checking up on the homies right there.
Yeah.
And my family. Like that's like the best. That's why I don't really like doom scroll or shit on there.
I'm
But
keeping Snapchat and Facebook. I use Snapchat more of a messaging app. Like I talk to a lot of people. Like
okay.
I have like group chat from like Marine Corps buddies and stuff on
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn, bro.
And then
All
I
right,
have
I'm doing
LinkedIn.
it.
So I only have Facebook and LinkedIn, which are
I don't
pretty
even have
solid ones.
LinkedIn. I have
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I have Indeed as well. And then what was the other one? Oh, I use like Goodreads. Do you use Goodreads?
What is that?
It's like a book review, like social media app.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you like create your profile, like you just list all the fucking like books that you read. Um, and then like you can look them up too. So if you're like unsure of the title, like you could just like look them up and it'll have them on there. You know, add them to your profile, like what like things you like to read, and it'll like recommend stuff to you. Which I mean, this is literally another form of like them collecting fucking data on you. So I'm like
Yeah.
very like hypocritical about this. Like now that I'm explaining this process, I'm like, damn, like, so yeah, whatever. But anyways, but I mean, I do it just because of the beneficial, like me setting like goals for myself. You can set a yearly challenge for yourself. You're
Yeah. Like
like,
how
I
many
want
books
to
to read
read
and
how
stuff.
many books to read, and it'll keep track of you. So like if it's like you set it to like whatever, like 35 or something. I want to read 35 books in 1 year. And say it's like March and you've only read 3, it'll tell you like, hey, like you are 2 books behind schedule.
Okay.
So like keeps you updated. And you, like when you are reading a book, you can put it on a tab that says like currently reading. So everyone knows what you're reading, and then you can like just put the page number you're on like as a like a log, and it'll tell you like what percentage of the book like is completed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty
fucking
cool.
yeah, it's super dope.
So I've never really been into reading like at all. And then I did this thing that my buddy Linkless got me into called 75 Hard.
Yeah.
And during that 75 Hard challenge, you had to read like a certain amount of, I think it's like 10 pages out of a book every night or something like that.
Mhm.
And I started like reading books, getting into books. And I'll notice like when it was 70 part, I was disciplined. You know, I was on the structured diet. I was working out twice a day, drinking a gallon of water a day. And dude, like I never felt better in my entire life when I was like doing all that. And when I was doing all that stuff too, like I was obviously spending less time on social media because I was fucking busy constantly, you know.
Mhm.
And I was focused on myself more in my diet, nutrition. And dude, one book I gotta recommend though. I probably said it before on here, but you read this? Have you read Can't Hurt Me yet?
Can't Hurt Me. I have not read that one. No.
Dude, if you read this book, you're gonna go out and just fucking run 100 miles, dude. Like,
Yeah.
telling you, if anybody has read that book, they fucking understand. But dude, that's one book that will make, if you read that, you're gonna change your lifestyle after reading that book. I'll 100% guarantee
What's
it.
the author's name again?
David Goggins.
Yeah, Goggins. That's what it was. Yeah,
You know,
okay.
yeah,
Goggins.
Goggins.
I know who Goggins is. Yeah.
Goggins is a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah.
And in there, he talks about like his life story, and
Mhm.
it's crazy what this dude has accomplished, and
Yeah.
what he's like went back, like degressed in life and like fucked himself over,
Mhm.
and then just got in a mindset like no, and like it really shows like you are limitless, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's not
super.
pushing yourself.
But the book I'm currently finishing right now is The Crusades. Actually, it's a book about the Crusades.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fucking history buff. But like my next book actually on the docket, besides I'm reading the Witcher books and the Game of Thrones books. I'm right about to start the 3rd Game of Thrones books. I'm right about to finish the 2nd Witcher book. But so I do those also. Like I'm a fucking reading fanatic, dude. I could pick up like 4 or 5 different things and read them all the time.
See,
And I do audiobooks, dude. Audiobooks are fucking amazing.
I can't do audiobooks. I have to actually be like physically reading the book. Yeah, like I only like working out, like bodybuilding books. Like I read some Arnold books that he's wrote, that David Goggins book, and then like self-improvement. I don't know why, but like I really like reading those. Like
yeah,
I read like Rich Dad Poor Dad, or like I read like this book called like something like How to Be a Gentleman and stuff like that. One of like just basic like man rules and like how to be proper and stuff and be like professional. Yeah, and like public speaking and how to. It was pretty. I like shit like that. That's what I like to read.
Okay.
I can't read like like a Harry Potter. I can't read stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, man. I like reading like interesting shit that I'm into, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope people's not forced to read. I mean, I've been on my
Like I don't like to read
last.
stories. I don't like to read stories is what I mean. I like
Yeah.
to like, yeah.
Yeah. I got you. I'm a big Shakespeare guy. Huge Shakespeare
Really?
guy. Yeah. I fucking love that shit, man.
Yeah.
I love that shit. There's actually a pretty dope, like, if anyone's interested, not many people are interested in Shakespeare, but if you really study Shakespeare, Evan told me this. He was like, hey, it's probably one of the most difficult things you'll ever do, but it's the most rewarding. Cause like once you get once you get Shakespeare pretty much, like you get a feeling for like his writing style and shit. Like you're like, wow, like this dude is fucking insane. Like if he was like a writer today, like he'd be like a writer for like an HBO like series. Like his HBO series are just all fucking like hits, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's who Shakespeare would be. But so Evan and I, like, we fucking talk Shakespeare all the time. But they
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite like what are they called, like plays or what are
plays,
they?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he has like sonnets, which are just like, short like songs and poems.
Okay.
And so that's a very popular works of his, but like for the most part, it's his plays. And my favorite play is actually a very good one for veterans. Like this was the first one I actually like read and studied. So maybe it's a little biased because of that, but I think it came at the right time in my life. And it's Coriolanus.
Okay.
And Coriolanus is a tragedy about a Roman general who was fucking just the best of them all. He would just fuck anybody up. And he had this dude who he was like a rival with that was like fighting for the rebels, and they would just like butt heads all the fucking time, and he would win Coriolanus would fucking win all the fucking time. And then because he was so successful as a general, he got pushed into the public light, and he was forced to be like almost like a public servant. They wanted him to take a more political role,
Yeah.
and he was not political at all because he's a soldier. So he didn't fit in, and the people hated him because of how blunt and how frank he was. So he was like literally like a fucking was it a square peg in a circle hole or whatever. Like he just didn't fit in because of like his fucking background. And then so they kick him out, they exile him, and he's fucking homeless. He's like legitimately fucking homeless. So he's a homeless veteran, and then he has like no like idea what he wants to do. And then one day he shows up to the homeboy he used to kick his ass, the dude's ass he used to kick, and was like, hey man, like together we can go fuck up those homies that just fucked me up. And they're like, let's do it, let's do it. And so they fucking team up. They were rivals, and then they team up, and he excels because he's a general again. He's
Yeah.
leading troops, goes back to fuck up Rome, and Rome's like, oh shit, like we made a huge mistake kind of thing. And so his wife, his mother, and his son are still in Rome. And they come out to plead with him before he, sacks Rome, basically to ask for mercy. And it's like a changing moment in his character where he was like so driven by like revenge or vengeance that he like really wasn't seeing clearly, and like seeing his family like plead to him like to spare them, basically. Like he was never going to kill his family, but he was going to fucking kill like everyone in Rome pretty much that wronged him. But like seeing that, he almost like changes his character, and he was like, hey, like I want to fucking, he's like, I will spare Rome. So he shows mercy to Rome. He's like praised in Rome, and then his buddy who he teamed up with ends up stabbing him in the back when he comes back. He
Like
wanted,
legit, like
literally has him stabbed to death. Yeah,
oh damn.
because he wanted to take Rome. That was like his goal all along.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he like undermined him and was gonna show Rome mercy, fucking killed him, dude. Yeah,
Swacked him.
It's a dope ass fucking play, dude. It's a dope ass play.
I never thought your ass would be getting into Shakespeare.
Oh, dude. I had to take a sophomore literature, and so I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to take like I already did English 101 and 102. was like, I don't know what to fucking take for, and then I just saw Shakespeare and I was like, Evan used to read fucking Shakespeare in the room all the time when we were roommates in Hawaii. And I was like, all right, like, let me just take some Shakespeare. And dude, I fucking loved it, dude. It was like one of the best decisions. But yeah, besides, before I fucking forget. So what I was talking about before the dope ass play is that there is a thing that they do for veterans. It's called Theater of War. And it's like they do a lot of Shakespeare, a lot of like Shakespeare's like militaries and history plays. They like perform them for like active duty and veterans and stuff.
Where at?
So right now, so they usually travel, and these are like
Oh,
A-list. These are like A-list actors,
oh
not just like
shit.
fucking scrubs. Like they're like A-list actors and stuff. That like will do like play Shakespeare plays, like basically in their like off time, I guess.
Wait, for veterans?
Yeah, for veterans and active duty. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Theater of War. And so they do all those performances for them. And so they like travel around and shit, city to city. But like because of COVID, they just been doing them online. So you basically, I guess you like pay, or I'm not sure how much you pay. I'm not, or if you pay, I'm not sure. But yeah. So if you're really interested in like some Shakespeare and stuff like that, and like want to watch it, like and some dope ass
Check
people,
out Theater of War.
yeah,
I'm gonna look
Theater of
into
War,
that. That's kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I loved like reading it as I watched it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That always helped me. That helped me like initially, like because it's intimidating. Like trying to read that shit, you're just like, oh, what is this?
Pronouncing those fucking words.
Yeah, and like, what does this even mean? Like, but like reading it along with like hearing it, I guess, like helped like big time. Because then you
Yeah.
kind of get like an idea of like, okay, with like the tone of voices that these actors and actresses like use, like what emotions are supposed to be like exchanged right now, like what messages and stuff. Yeah. Have you found like something that's like kind of like out of character for you that's helped you along?
No, man, not really. I mean, I'm sticking to working out and stuff. That's always been really my thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I fucked my back up a while back. I was telling you about that earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm just now getting back into it again. I went to the gym yesterday and I hit bench heavy for the first time. I got 315 for 3.
Okay.
So I'm
Like a big
still
man on
getting it. I'm
campus.
still fucking getting it. All right. All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna try to get the 405 by the end of the year, but we'll see how that
Right.
fucking goes.
Right on.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know, man. That's my spot. That's right. That's where I like to go.
Yeah, the gym. I gotta get back,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Especially with Carolyn going to the Coast Guard. Like she's gonna be working out like all the time now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't be that fucking fat body bitch that doesn't do anything, you know?
Like
I
this is your
can't.
nasty civilian husband.
Yeah, exactly. Like I gotta be presentable. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fucking, I gotta work out. I can't let her do all the hard work,
That's great.
If she's gonna be fucking getting after it in boot camp, like I have to be getting after it too.
Hey, read that can't hurt me.
Yeah, like
You'll fucking get after it, bro.
if she's fucking getting it, like I need to fucking get it. Like
Yeah.
I need to really get back into like more disciplined schedule.
Do 75 hard.
I do. I'm honestly like thinking
it.
about it. I was thinking about it.
Hey, spontaneous. Start tomorrow. What's stopping you? What's stopping you?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the list.
It's like 5 rules, bro. It's like 5 rules. You gotta work out twice a day. One has to be outside, 45 minutes each. Drink a gallon of water a day. Stick to a diet. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book a day. And the 5th one is something else. I'll take a picture of yourself every day.
I'll think about it.
Do it. Hey man, it's great though. Yeah, anybody out there looking at 75 hard challenge?
I will probably, if I do it, which I'm probably going to do it, I'm probably going to do it like when she's gone for boot camp.
Yeah,
is when I'll do it, because in like that way, like I'm not dedicating a lot of time for myself. She's here right now. She's not going to be able to be here, in a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna like at least be available, and then when she's gone, like while she's getting fucking hazed, I should haze myself. Is what I'm thinking. That's kind of my.
She excited?
Plan. Yeah, she's
Hell
excited. Yeah, she's excited. It's nice. I told her, I was like, hey, well, as soon as you get out of fucking boot camp, your ass is coming on here. and we're gonna do an episode, and like we're gonna just talk boot camp stories of like the Coast Guard and shit. Like, yeah, definitely.
I've heard the Coast Guard boot camp is up there. It's pretty
Yeah,
rough.
it's like it's literally like Marines Coast Guard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking.
that's because isn't the Marine Corps DIs trained with the Coast Guard DIs? I thought I read something about that.
No, I'm not
No,
sure, but they are very similar. Like they are very very
I know
similar.
they're very similar. Yeah,
Yeah,
very similar.
they are fucking almost like interchangeable in my opinion. I
I've seen
mean,
some videos, dude. Those fuckers get
dude,
into it.
they
I
dude,
actually have a good buddy of mine who's in the Coast Guard. Been in the Coast Guard since got out of high school.
yeah,
Man, I might have to have him on here sometime.
yeah,
He's a
dude.
good buddy to talk to.
Get some coasties, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're not fucking. They're not legit. They look it up on YouTube. Like if you just check it out on YouTube, like the Coast Guard like boot camp video. I think it's like 10 minutes long or something. And but dude, there's this like blonde drill instructor, and she's fucking getting after these kids, dude. It was the funniest thing, bro. She just like, oh, dude, just like hazing these people. She made them like hold up fucking like water bottles, like canteens, like above their heads for like, dude, for like 40 minutes. And it showed it in the video. And like, and then she made them say something. It was something like, fuck. It was like, I am not responsible, or like I am not worthy, or something like that. Like they had to hold it up and like recite some like demeaning ass shit. And she's like laughing about it like on camera and shit. It's the funniest fucking thing, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
when you like sworn and shit, did you like start watching Marine Corps boot camp videos on YouTube?
Yeah, dude. I actually used to make fun of him. I used to be that guy that used to be like, I never used to be like a guy that was like, hey, like I'm gonna fuck up my drill instructor. I knew for a fact I would get my ass beat 110%.
Yo,
But I was that guy that was like, oh, like this is actually pretty funny shit. Like I'm gonna have a hard time like not laughing. And then
really?
and that was my mentality when I went in there. And then I got in there, and it was like kind of like a rude awakening, like very quickly. And I was
So
like, this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
my thing was I looked at the Marine Corps the videos and stuff, and I was like, all right, this looks like it's gonna be kind of hard, but like kind of cool. But like, all right, we'll see how it really is.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and like you get like the first 2 weeks, obviously just fucking or a fucking train wreck. But I got to the point when I was in boot camp where it got to the point where you just couldn't laugh at shit. Shit happened,
Yeah.
and you laughed. All like people get like smacked in the face, and you just like fucking die laughing, but you can't. Or some like funny shit going on the DIs. Like one night they made our fire watch put on a red light and a blue light and blink it back and forth. Like somebody pulled him on the mattress, and he had to go wee wee wee. And he pulled him around the fuck, dude. Funniest place they couldn't laugh at, dude.
Yeah.
We get out of boot camp stories though.
Fucking so funny, dude. They're up there for sure, because a lot of people like, I guess when you're in, it's not cool to talk about boot camp stories. Maybe if, it still feels even a little taboo to talk about them as a
It
veteran.
does. It does.
But like, I don't know,
Dude,
a lot of
good
veterans,
memories though.
yeah, a lot of like older veterans I've met, a lot of the stories they tell are boot camp stories to me.
Oh yeah.
Like I get that all the time, man. I'll be like talking to like an old ass vet, and they'll just be down like talking about like Paris Island or fucking, boot camp this, boot camp that. Like, because those are like some of your more like fond moments, because you were like the most impressionable being at that time.
That was your first experience.
Yeah,
like,
literally thrown into the fire. And that's why I'm like, I was telling Carolyn this. I was like, hey, like I'm just super excited to like see like the person you're gonna be like afterwards. Like,
yeah,
because I just remember like, dude, my fucking nuts like were on the ground, bro. Like they were, I just felt like, like this great sense of accomplishment. I'm not saying she's gonna feel like that level of accomplishment or greater or less or whatever.
Oh, dude. No, I'm right there with you. I was like, when I finished like the Crucible hike and was like hiking back and like
I was crying.
I was bawling my when it said like we make Marines.
I fucking cried.
And you walked under that, dude. Oh, dude. Like crying like a little bitch, bro.
Yeah, I cried.
That's like one of the most like biggest accomplishments I ever did in my life,
Yeah,
like went through all that fucking hell
that.
For that like pinnacle moment, dude.
Yeah. And then so I just fucking, not to throw my dad underneath the bus or whatever, but like my dad really never was like a I'm proud of you kind of guy until like later in my life. So like it didn't matter like how well I did like in a football game. Like if I played like fucking very well, if I had a great game, like it was always like what I didn't do,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, okay, so what the fuck? So when I'm experiencing the Stockholm syndrome with these drill instructors, like fucking my drill hat, he had to actually be my senior. No, not my drill hat. What do they call? What are the three drill? The J hat. Is it the J hat or the drill hat? Is that what it's called? The second
Yeah,
one. The second in command.
the heavy.
Oh yeah, heavy. That's what it is. Heavy,
Yeah.
heavy. I think they call them J hats on the West Coast. So
Whatever, they're gay.
yeah. So I wish Aaron would be like, what the fuck? You're a Disney bitch.
Of course, he's a Disney. West Coast.
So my heavy was actually my senior because my senior ended up he was like got NJP'd for like stealing money from us. So he was like the one fucking like handing out the EGAs and shit. And I just remember him like coming to me and like putting it in my hand and shaking my hand, and he was just like, I'm proud of you, Moss. And like I was just like, fuck, like all my like childhood trauma and shit just like just like came out like in tears and stuff. And like that's one of my more like great accomplishments, like proud of like moments.
Oh, yeah.
Like to sit there and have like someone who was literally like destroying me on like a daily basis tell me that they're proud of me. It was fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember mine was a Sergeant Wellborn. This dude was like, God, he was like 6'2" muscle, just like 300 pounds of muscle was about. It was crazy. But he like shook my hand, I had the EGA in his hand, you know. He was like, congratulations, earning the title, United States title. Congratulations on earning the title, United States Marine. And I was like, thank you, sir.
We had this kid in our fucking platoon that threw up during the ceremony. You know, it's all fucking quiet and shit. And like, yeah, so it was so funny because like the company commander was like walking by and he's like, hey, when he was like fucking like shaking hands and shit, like with the EGAs, he's like, don't lock your knees, son. And he goes, aye, sir, or aye, sir. And he's like, you know, I guess he was locking his fucking knees. And all I heard, dude, it sounded like somebody had like a bucket of water and they like threw it on like concrete.
Oh God.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I like actually like he was actually standing in front of me. So I was like fucking looking and he was like a couple rows. So I was like the second to the last row. And he's just like fucking just throwing up all over the pavement, like dude, in the middle of the ceremony, like everyone can hear him, it's loud as shit, and just throwing up in his fucking blouse, just like just trying not to fall out.
Oh, they're puke on the parade deck. That's why.
Yeah, he's puking on the parade deck, and then the fucking like the corpsmen that are there like ran out to him and grabbed him, and like he was just throwing up on the entire way, like out of this formation, just like whoosh, 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 just like it was so gross. Oh, but it was so fucking funny, man. Like I'm like standing there just like laughing my ass off, like crying because I just got my EGA, like laughing because this one of our guys is literally just throwing the fuck up. And dude, fucking speaking of throwing up, like remember like right after the Warriors breakfast?
Dude, I didn't puke, bro, but I was like the fullest I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
That shit was great. Did you puke?
No, I didn't puke, but I came close.
There was a few, really we had a few guys running the trash can.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That shit was so good, dude. Hands down, Paris Island Chow Hall, probably the best. And I don't think it's because like you're just so like deprived of food either that like you're fucking like
that you dream about it. That's what you talk about.
Because it's the only thing that's like available to you, that it's amazing. Like I don't think it's that. I think their chow halls are actually pretty good. That and then fucking dude, Littleton fucking.
Is that the 129 Palms?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, that chow hall was fire.
That chow hall was amazing.
That was great.
That was the best one, dude. Burgers, pizzas on demand, like fucking. Then they had their actual chow line. Then they had like, then every day like it was a different like international theme, right? in for like that one section,
Yep.
dude. That's
I like the fast chow. You could get like rice and like chicken and like teriyaki sauce. Oh, I'd give it like 3 of those, bro.
dude, fast chow, bro.
That shit was great.
So clutch. Fast chow was clutch every time. Hit it. It hit every fucking time too, dude. I don't know what it was, dude.
Stand on
Fast chow.
Firewatch, all fuck god. 29. That's where we met at. 29
Yeah,
Palms.
we met 29
Yeah.
Palms. Yeah.
How you doing?
I don't, huh? Yeah, I remember fucking like sneaking in there with I'm not gonna give the names of these Marines, sneaking into like the E Club because I was like fucking 19 and like getting hammered fucking drunk like every weekend, you know, like with no wristband or like taping a broken one together, like, and you're like in your camis too. So I was like in my camis, like getting
Yeah.
fucking just shit house drunk like every Friday, Saturday night.
Dude, I hated that shit because I was a CC for my class. So I was motherfucker in front of the formation. So if there's an underage drunk Marine, I'm gonna get fucked up for it too, obviously. So goddamn, I hate them. People in my class got drunk, dude. Like,
dude, I mean,
fucking
that's
menaces.
how I was still like the fucking head of BMAT at the time.
Oh, you were fucking getting fucked up doing that? Oh my god.
And I'd come to formation hammered and have to count like 1,000 motherfuckers. Make sure 1,000 people were there. I have people fucking like thrown up in formation. I have people passed out in bathrooms. I have people got fucking arrested by the fucking police. Dude, oh my god, dude. It was just a fucking trip, bro. I'll never forget being in charge of BMAT, dude, and having like all those incidences. Dude, we had a dude with his girlfriend. Remember this dude's girlfriend was living in the barracks? Do you remember that?
I don't know, man.
Dude had this girl living in his fucking living in the barracks for like a week, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, his roommates are ride or die right there. He don't give
yeah. Remember that hard ass? I don't remember his name. That hard ass gunny that was there.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he was actually like an infantry gunny, but he's like come out and like just like fuck with us. But so him and I were in the office one time, and we just see this fucking said name Marine with his girlfriend like hand in hand, and it's like a midday, so like they're not, nobody's like everyone's at work, so everyone's supposed to be at work right now, and the gunny just looks over at me and he goes, Moss, who the fuck is that? And I was like, I have no idea, Gunny. He's like, well, you're about to fucking find out. He's like, go fucking find out who that is. I was like, I got it. He fucking like ran out the door and like, I was like, so I can't remember this dude's fucking name, dude. He went fucking UA shortly after this. Oh my god, I can't believe I don't remember his name, but he went fucking UA, and he came back on like the, what is it, the you could be gone up to like 29 days or something like that. He came back on the 29th day. Yeah.
I think I remember that happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had his girlfriend living the same. I remember he was like, everybody was like counting the days, like he's been gone 21 days, he's been gone 22 days.
Exactly. So this fucking before all this, he had his girlfriend living there in the barracks and was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was asking him, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is like this is unsat Marine, you know what I'm saying? Like, and apparently he had her like living on like the base at the like the little fucking, what's that place people used to go and fuck all the time?
At the hotel?
Yeah, it's like the motel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking, he had her staying there for a while, and then like, oh, it just became super expensive, so he just fucking moved her into the barracks. So she had been here like longer than just a week, and she, dude, oh my god, it was another thing. She was underage. She was underage, bro. She was like 17.
So he got kicked out.
No. Well, I think maybe after he went UA and shit, maybe
Yeah, back to me. Yeah.
After like I left shortly after like he got back, or I wouldn't say like shortly after, but like I never heard like really more from him after he came back. But yeah, she was 17, so underage, fucking living in the barracks. And I remember I had to drive her and him like to the airport with Staff Sergeant Hutchinson. Like, it was him and I had to be his battle buddy. It was like on fucking, like, it was literally the next day. It was like a Saturday, and I had to dress in like proper civilian attire, and fucking, me and staff sergeant drove all the way to the fucking airport to drop her ass off, and came back with the dumbass in the back.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yeah, but like staff sergeant was a G though. We stopped at IHOP and he fucking got us IHOP. It was super dope.
That's
But
tight.
so yeah, and then shortly after, motherfucker went UA, and I was
Remember that
still.
first sergeant we had in 20 Palms that would get drunk and then hold formations at like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Was it the female one?
Yeah, the redhead.
Yeah,
God, I fucking hated her,
she was
dude.
from like Minnesota or
She got
something.
knocked down. Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
She always like compare being a first sergeant to fucking like Harry Potter or some shit.
some shit, dude. Some fucking weird
She got
shit.
knocked down to Gunny, I heard, right after we left because she got like something to do with drinking on the job.
Yeah, dude. She used to pull me out of bed, bro, at like 1 a.m. No bullshit. And
For
I did
what?
to bring me down to the fucking office to go over like Firewatch rosters with her. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like at like 1 in the fucking morning, just pull my ass out of bed just to check these rosters because that's when she decides to stop by the company office. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and I would just be there up all like the rest of the night, just fucking like looking at these rosters with her for like no fucking reason whatsoever. So yeah, dude, she was always wilding out, dude. Like I was not a fan of her at
I
all.
remember she told us we couldn't fly out of like Palm Springs, but I already bought a plane ticket for it. So I had a buddy who like knew how to use Photoshop. He got his ass to like Photoshop. It was going to like I was going to a different airport, and then dude, she made me come up to her office and like verify it. She's like, "So you're flying out of this, right?" And I was like, "Yep." And you're going here, right? And I was like, "Yep." She's like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yes, for certain." Like over and over, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Oh, I'm about to fucking like
Yeah,
they're about to kick me the fuck out of the Marine Corps, dude. They already know I'm lying." But she
yeah,
fucking did let me fucking go. I signed off on it and fucking left. So
that's super dope.
I was fucking shitting myself, man. And then I fucking shit myself at the airport because my flight got delayed for 2 days, dude. I spent 2 days at Palm Springs, USO.
Oh man,
And I forget one of the staff sergeants that was one of the teachers flew out of the same airport as me. And like he seen me in there and we like made eye contact. And I was like, I'm fucked. I am fucked. I was like, they're gonna throw me in a brig.
yeah, that's so fucking funny, dude. That's my first experience with debt. Is actually 29 Palms when I had to buy fucking plane tickets and plane tickets that wouldn't get refunded to me because of the fact that they would change.
That's
Like
fucking ridiculous,
they'd
dude.
be
Looking
like,
back at
okay, like
that,
yeah, they're like buy your fucking plane tickets from like Palm Springs or like the other fucking airport, and I buy it, all said and done, and then they're like, oh, you can't fly out of there anymore.
like what?
What?
Why the fuck? Why does that doesn't make any fucking sense, dude?
Dude, it happened to me like 3 times, dude, and I was just racking shit up on my credit card, dude,
Oh,
just
that's
because
why
of
I said
fucking.
fuck it. I spent like $800 to go home. I'm fucking flying out of Palm Springs. I ain't fucking changing this shit because it was gonna
Yeah,
cost me $150 to change it to a different airport.
yeah, dude. Some of these fucking like airlines, dude. United fucked me, bro. Like they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit about my situation. They didn't want to care like at all. Like American was a lot more dope. In
Yeah,
America, I've always had the best experience like on active duty, like flying American. First of all, they gave me free drinks every time.
yeah.
Every time they served drinks on a plane, I got them for free. All I did was I would like open my wallet and my fucking military ID would like flap
Let that
out,
motherfucker flop out.
as I like, like reached out, reached out my Navy Federal debit card, and like as I'm reaching to pay slowly, waiting for him to notice all these things. And then they're like, oh, you're serving? I'm like, yes, I am. And he'd be like, don't worry about it. On the house. Every time, fucking on lock, every flight, dude. I was just like, hey, I just be like, bring back. I'm a big like I was a big screwdriver fan. Just be like, yeah, screwdriver. Just fucking bring me a screwdriver. Like all flight,
Bro,
dude.
I loved it when at the airport and they'd be like, now boarding first class passengers in active duty military. And I'm like, yeah, fuckers. I'm like going to the back of the fucking plane still.
Yeah, yeah. That's super dope too. I love doing that shit. What else the other Oh, like with American Airlines, they used to. I remember this one specific time flying from 29 Palms back to the East Coast for the holidays. And I remember getting there, like we flew out of Vegas, so we took that bus to Vegas. We're in Vegas at the airport, and I get in. My flight's not for like another like 6 or 7 hours, and I was just wondering if I could just check in early. And I went to the desk, and I was like, "Hey, like, I just want to like see if I could just check in my bags early." She's like, "Well, you can't check your bags any like earlier than 4 hours before your flight." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll come back." And then she like look, she's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Philly." And she like did something with the computer. And she's like, "In your military?" And I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "I tell you what," she's like, "I just got you a seat on an earlier flight to Philly that's boarding in like the next hour. Like, and I got you the aisle seat by the window, like, like the one where you get like all the leg room."
Yeah.
She gave me that seat, and she said, "Thank you for your service, and I hope you like enjoy your time home for the holidays." And I was like, "What the fuck,
Damn.
dude?" And American Airlines has my heart. I don't want to fucking like promote them, but like every other experience has been just average. Yeah, but that is a very like fond memory that I have of like going home for the holidays or something, and like being, I wouldn't say like catered to, but like like somebody went out of their way to help me get home, because they knew how much it meant.
I flew United and they just beat the fuck out of me.
Dude, that video of this dragging this motherfucker out is like forever imprinted in my brain, dude. Forever there. That is the funniest fucking shit, dude. The funniest shit. Oh fuck, bro. All right. I think we'll wrap it up.
Yep.
I gotta piss so bad. Oh shit. Well, here we are. You stuck with us all the way to the end. We thank you for listening. We want our listeners to know that if your pack becomes too heavy, don't drop it. The Veterans Crisis Hotline can be reached at 1-800-273-8255. If you'd like to enjoy more content, don't forget to subscribe, Semper Fi, and keep rolling on.
All right.